Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. And this week I'm bringing to you this really dainty and feminine bag. I love it. It was super easy and fun to crochet. As you can see, it features a little ribbon interlaced at the top. As always, the free pattern is available on my blog with lots of photographs. The link will be in the down bar. So for this project, I used Drops Muskat mercerized cotton yarn, and I used one skein for the pink colour, and I think I used two skeins for the cream colour. And this is 100% mercerized cotton yarn. It comes in 50-gram balls, and that's equivalent to 109 yards per ball. It's 100% cotton and it's considered a light 3 DK weight yarn. I also used a 4mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle and a pair of scissors, and I will be linking in the down bar all of the materials in case you need that. I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And don't forget to check out my members only app, Patreon. The link will be in the down bar. Okay, so in this tutorial we will be making the different parts of the bag before we stitch them in. So I've left a lot of loose ends just to sew in. So we will be making the front and the back, so 2 identical panels. Then we will be making this long kind of part, and this will come here to the side and at the bottom and then up again, and that will be the sides and the bottom of the bag. And then we will be making the handles. So I've only just made one for now. I'll be making another one on camera. And we will be making the little ribbon also. So this is all really easy, and we will be mainly using half double crochets for all of this. We will be using double crochets a bit, but mainly it will be half double crochets. So firstly I'm going to show you how to make the front and back panels, then this little part here, then the handles, and then the ribbon. Okay, so to begin this tutorial you will be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and make a slip knot, pop your hook through and tighten like so. And now for the front panel you will be chaining 40. So just go ahead and chain 40. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so once you've done your chain, like I said, you should have more chains. I've just chained a smaller amount for demonstration purposes. So now what you are going to be doing is counting 1 and 2 and 3 chains from the hook, and you will be placing a half double crochet into that chain. So to make your half double crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook, go into the chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, take your yarn and pull through all 3 loops, and this creates a half double crochet, and the first chain 2 at the beginning counts as a half double crochet. Now place another half double crochet into the next chain, and place another half double crochet into the next chain, and so on, and just place a half double crochet into each chain until you reach the end of the chain. So I've almost finished, but obviously you should have more. So there we go. So I've placed all my half double crochets, and obviously the first chain 2 at the beginning counts also as a half double crochet. Now for row 2, you are going to be chaining 2, 1 and 2, turn your work, and this counts as your first half double crochet. And now what you are going to be doing is placing a half double crochet into each and every stitch across until you reach the end of this row. So as this chain 2 counts as your first half double crochet, you are automatically going to be going into the second half double crochet with a half double crochet, and go into the next stitch with a half double crochet, and into the next stitch with a half double crochet, and into the next stitch, and just place a half double crochet into each and every stitch across until you reach the end of this row. And my row is practically finished, so I'm just going to show you on camera. So I have 2 stitches left, so place a half double crochet into that stitch, and then place a half double crochet in the last chain 2 of the first row. So place a half double crochet into that last chain 2, and this will all straighten out as we go along. So this is row 2, and so you are simply going to be repeating row 2 until you have 20 rows of half double crochets in total. And then once you have 20 rows in total of half double crochets, I'll show you what to do then. So I am going to show you the last row of the front panel. Obviously I've not placed 20 rows because this is just a sample, but let's imagine I've already placed my 20 rows of half double crochets. So I'll show you on one of the panels just so that it makes sense. So so this is the front panel, and I've placed one last row, so row 21 will be a row of double crochets. So I have all these rows of half double crochets, and now I'm going to show you how to place one last row at the top of both the front and back panel. This is a back panel, and as you can see, there is also a row of double crochets at the top. And I'm just going to show you how to do this. So to create your double crochet row, you are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3. Turn your work, and this counts as a double crochet. And so once you have your chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, you are going to be going into the next stitch with a double crochet, and to place your double crochet, just wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that stitch, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and go through 2 loops, and take your yarn and go through 2 loops. And that creates a double crochet, and obviously the first chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now go into the next stitch with a double crochet, and into the next stitch with a double crochet, and into the next stitch, and just place a double crochet into each and every stitch until the end of this row. And I'll just show you. Don't forget your chain 2 from the previous row. Place a half double crochet into this, and this is it. You have finished. So obviously you have a much larger front and back panel. I'm just going to fasten off. You should leave a longer tail for sewing in your project, but just fasten off and pull through. So just go ahead and pull through. And this is the technique, and this is your front panel. And now I'm going to show you the rest of the project. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do this piece, which will be the sides and the bottom of the project. As you can see, I've left a lot of long tails for stitching in the project, but this is going to be really easy. It's actually going to be a repeat of half double crochets, so it's going to be really easy. I'm just going to show you briefly because I've shown you already how to do the half double crochet. So make a slip knot, pop your hook through and tighten, and now you are going to be chaining 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And once you have your 6 chain, you are going to be placing a half double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, place a half double crochet into that stitch. And the first chain 2 counts as a half double crochet. Go into the next chain with a half double crochet and the next chain. And the next chain. And once you have all of these half double crochets, you are going to be doing row 2, which is very simple, which is chain 2, 1 and 2, turn your work, and this counts as your first half double crochet, and you will be going into the next stitch with a half double crochet and again, and placing another row of half double crochet without forgetting the chain 2 at the beginning, like so. And so this is row 2, and you are going to be repeating row 2 until you have 63 rows in total. So just go ahead and repeat this row 2 until you have 63 rows in total. So once you have 63 rows in total, just fasten off and pop this part to the side. And now I'm going to show you how to create one of your 2 handles. So this is your first handle. And so now I'm going to show you how to make this. So you need 2 because obviously you will need 2 handles. So make a slip knot, pop your hook through, and now you will be chaining 78. So just go in ahead and chain 78. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now that you have 78 chains, you are going to be placing just 1 row of half double crochets. So count 1, 2 and 3 chains from the hook and place a half double crochet into this chain, like so. And obviously the first chain 2 counts as a half double crochet. Now go into the next chain with a half double crochet and into the next chain with a half double crochet and into the next chain with a half double crochet, and just carry on placing a half double crochet into each and every chain across until you reach the end of this row, and then I'll show you what to do. And then once you finish this 1 row, just fasten off, and then I'll show you the rest of the project. So now that we've finished the handles, so you should make 2 handles. I've just fastened off, and now I'm going to show you how to make the little pink ribbon. So to crochet the pink ribbon, you will make a slip knot. So just go ahead and make a slip knot, pop your hook through and tighten, and you will be chaining 200. So just go ahead and chain 200. 1, 2, 3, So I've chained less for the purposes of this video, but the principle is the same, so you should have 200 chains. And what you are going to be doing now is slip stitching through each and every chain. So to do this, skip this first chain here and go into the second. So place your hook directly through that stitch, pull the yarn through one loop, and then pull through the second loop. And now go into the next chain, pull your yarn through and then through, and then into the next stitch, pull your yarn through and through, and so on, and just place a slip stitch through each and every chain across until you reach the end of this chain. And once you reach the end of the chain, just fasten off, and then I'll show you how to assemble your bag. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to assemble your your bag, sorry. So to do this, you are going to be placing your back panel like so, making sure that the double crochet row is facing up. And you are going to be sewing this little thing, this part, onto the back panel. So I've popped my tapestry needle through, and I am going to start sewing this at the top. So this rectangular part, like I said, is the side and the bottom, and I am going to be stretching it a bit, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to be using the mattress stitch to stitch this together. So I hope this is making sense. So just yes, sew the back panel to this part, which is, like I said, the side and the bottom. And the mattress stitch, let me just zoom in so that you can see it better. So that's just going in one side and then directly into the other side like this, and then in one side and then directly into the other side. And just do this, and you are, so let me de-zoom a little bit, oops, sorry. So you are going to be sewing it like this and then turning this so that this goes at the bottom here and then this goes up here. Okay, so I've gone all the way around. As you can see, I've placed this long rectangle all across the back or the front panel. And now I'm going to place the second panel on top. As you can see, I hope this is clear, and repeat this exact same process. So I'm just going to sew the second panel onto the edge of this little rectangle to form the shape of the bag. And so I'm just going to repeat the same process. And so I'll let you carry this on. So just carry on this part, and then I'll show you how to finish off, how to do the rest of the bag. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to sew your handles onto the bag. And as you can see, I've laid my project flat like so, and I've placed my first handle, which we are going to be sewing onto the back panel. And so as you can see, just make sure you've not twisted the handle, and I've placed it so that I'm going to be sewing it not on the double crochet row here, so avoid stitching on this row because this is where we are going to be placing our ribbon in one moment. And I am going to be sewing on the 2 half double crochet rows underneath the double crochet row, if that makes sense. I've placed the handle symmetrically, and I actually measured approximately 2 inches on each side. Obviously this the side I'm counting for the front panel, because remember we had that rectangle that we've just sewed, so I'm measuring 2 inches from the side, as you can see, on each side, and I'm placing the handle symmetrically, and then I'm simply going to be sewing the project in. And so make sure that you sew it quite neatly. And what I mean by that is that this is the inside of the bag, and so just make sure that you sew the handle and that the stitching doesn't show on the other side, which is the outside of the bag, because obviously once we've finished sewing in the handles, we will be turning the bag inside out so that the right side is facing out. So I hope this is making sense. So we don't want any stitching to be visible, so just make sure that you are stitching the handle onto the back of the stitches. So just go ahead and do that. I am sewing my handles in really well, because obviously with it being a bag, the bag will be carrying a presumably some type of weight. So you may put your phone in it, you may put some makeup, you may put you know, a book or something. So you want it to be nice and secure. So I'm just gonna do this and then proceed on doing the other side with the back panel and the other handle. And like I said, just make sure that your stitching is neat, and yeah, then I'll get back to you to show you the rest of the project. So here we are. I've sewed both handles, as you can see. Let me just de-zoom a teeny bit. And I'm going to be turning my project inside out, and just please ignore all the loose ends inside the bag. The reason I'm not bothering about the loose ends is I always place a I can't remember the word in English, forgive me, a cloth lining inside my bag. So I'll be linking in the description box the video I made on how to line a crochet bag. I might actually film an updated version, because that video's from 3 years ago. It's still really good, that video, and it's still exactly the way I line my bags today, but it might be fun to just make a new one, so I might do that if I have time, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to take my ribbon and locate the center, and this is the double crochet edging that we did, the top of the bag, and just pop your ribbon through, and we'll adjust it later, and just go in and out of the stitch. So I hope, let me just zoom in, because I don't think you can see what I'm doing really. So there we go, I've zoomed in, there we go. And so I'm just going to skip this this double crochet here and pop my ribbon through under the next double crochet and pop it through, if that makes sense. So really I'm popping the ribbon through every second double crochet, so I'm skipping one double crochet and then popping it through the next. I hope this makes sense. So yeah, so just carry on doing this all the way around the bag, and then I'll get back to you. Make sure you don't twist the ribbon. but it doesn't seem easy to twist the ribbon, if that makes sense. But just go all the way around and I'll meet you back to finish off the front of this project. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, once we reach the side here, we don't have a specific on this rectangle, we don't have a specific half double crochet into which we are going to be popping the ribbon through. So just pop it through the half double crochets. I hope this makes sense. As best you can, just for these few stitches. And sorry about this loose end. I don't know if you have as many loose ends as I. But anyways, here we go. So now we're back onto the back panel, and just once again go in and out of the project once again. And yeah, just do the same when you reach the other side with the half double crochet section, and then I'll get back to you to show you the front. Okay, so this is the finished bag. I've just gone all the way around with my ribbon, and then I've tied a knot at the front, and I'm so happy with the result. I will be lining this bag, like I said, so with some cloth. So I'll either film a little video or I'll link in the description box the older video that I made on how to line a crochet or knit bag. And I love how this bag looks. I absolutely adore it. I might even add a little clasp after I've lined it. I'm not 100% sure, but I absolutely love this for spring and summer. Let me know what you think of this project. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And don't forget to join my Patreon members only app. I'd be delighted to see you there.